Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel where we break down tech to help you make smarter, tougher choices. Today we're diving into how to pick a phone that can actually survive your busy, everyday life. No more cracked screens or water disasters. If you want the lowdown on the strongest materials, dust and water ratings, screen protection, and bin tests, you're in the right place. Before we jump in, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss a tip that saves you money and hassle. All right, let's get into it. When choosing a phone, one of the first things you want to consider is what it's actually made of. The materials of both the frame and the back really matter when it comes to durability. Phones with strong metal frames, like aluminum or stainless steel, tend to survive drops and pressure much better than those made from plastic. So, if you want something that lasts, pay attention to what's inside that sleek exterior. For example, some of the best phones for strong build materials right now are the iPhone 15 Pro and Pro Max. These are crafted from aerospace-grade titanium, which means they're incredibly strong and feel super premium in your hand. Samsung's Galaxy S24 Ultra is another great option. It has an aluminum armor frame and uses Gorilla Glass Victus 2 on both the front and back for extra protection. The Google Pixel 8 Pro is no slouch either, featuring a polished aluminum frame that's both durable and stylish. Even mid-range phones like the Nothing Phone 2 offer an aluminum frame and glass back, and surprisingly handle drops better than you might expect. On the flip side, you'll want to avoid cheap plastic phones. They might feel light and easy to carry, but they often break or warp under pressure much faster than metal or glass phones. Now, how do you find out what your phone is actually made of? There are a few simple ways. First, check the official phone specs online. Manufacturers like Apple, Samsung, and Google list the materials right on their product pages. Just go to their website, find your phone model, and scroll down to the build or materials section. You'll often see details like frame, aluminum or back, glass, and even specific terms like aerospace-grade titanium or ceramic shield front glass on Apple's site. If you want even more detail, trusted review websites like GSM Arena, Phone Arena, or Notebook Check provide very thorough specs. Just search for your phone model with the site name, like iPhone 15 Pro Specs GSM Arena, and look for the build info. Another great way is to watch durability or teardown videos on YouTube. Reviewers like Jerry Rig Everything or MKBHD usually talk about the materials, show how the phone feels, and demonstrate its strength in real life. These videos give you a clear idea of what to expect. You can also try to get a feel for the materials yourself, although this is less reliable. Metal phones generally feel heavier and colder to the touch, while glass backs are smooth and shiny but can be slippery. Plastic backs tend to be lighter and might have a matte or textured feel. So why does all this matter? Because metal frames, whether aluminum, stainless steel, or titanium, make your phone tougher and less likely to bend or crack. Glass backs look premium but can break easily unless they're reinforced with something like Gorilla Glass. Plastic backs are cheaper and lighter but often less durable overall. For instance, a phone with an aluminum frame and Gorilla Glass Victus front and back, like the Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra or the Google Pixel 8 Pro, is built to last and withstand everyday wear and tear. To wrap it up, always check the official specs or trusted reviews before buying. Watch hands-on durability videos to see the phone in action, and don't just guess based on looks. Some phones use metal that feels almost like plastic or glass that's been toughened inside. Knowing the materials helps you avoid buying a phone that feels cheap and might break easily, saving you money and frustration in the long run. When you want to know if a phone can handle dust or water without breaking, you should look for something called an IP rating. IP stands for Ingress Protection, which is just a fancy way of saying how well the phone keeps dust and water from getting inside it. You will usually see this rating as two numbers after the letters IP, like IP67 or IP68. The first number in the IP rating tells you how well the phone stops dust from coming inside. This number goes from 0 to 6. If it's 0, that means no protection at all from dust. But if it's 6, that means the phone is totally sealed against dust. The second number shows how well the phone can handle water. This number goes from 0 to 9. 0 means no water protection, while 7 or 8 means the phone can survive being underwater for some time, and 9 means it can even handle strong water sprays. So why does this matter? Well, phones can get dirty or wet all the time, maybe from rain, sweat, or if you drop your phone in water by mistake. If your phone has a good IP rating, it means it won't get damaged easily by dust or water. For example, a phone with IP67 can stay underwater up to 1 meter deep for about 30 minutes without breaking. Phones with IP68 can go even deeper or stay longer underwater. But if a phone doesn't have an IP rating, it might break if it touches water or dust. If you want to check the IP rating of a phone, there are 3 easy ways to do it. First, you can visit the phone maker's official website and look for the phone specifications under sections like build or durability. Second, you can visit trusted review sites like GSM Arena or Phone Arena and search for the phone model. They always mention the IP rating. Third, sometimes the phone's box or advertisements will say the IP rating clearly. Now, let's talk about some phones that have the best IP ratings. The iPhone 13, 14, and 15 series all have IP68 ratings, which means they can survive underwater up to 6 meters for 30 minutes. Samsung's high-end phones like the Galaxy S22, S23, and S24 Ultra also have IP68, offering excellent protection against dust and water. Google's Pixel 7 and 8 series have the same IP68 rating, so they're good for everyday use around water. For budget-friendly phones, the Samsung Galaxy A54 has an IP67 rating, which means it can survive 1 meter underwater for 30 minutes. That's great for a mid-range phone. On the other hand, many cheaper phones don't have any official IP rating. For example, the Nothing Phone 1 does not have one, so it can be damaged easily if it gets wet or dusty. Some gaming phones or foldable phones also have weak or no IP protection because of how they are built. To sum it all up, an IP rating tells you how well a phone is protected from dust and water. Higher numbers mean better protection. If you want a phone that won't break easily from dust or water, look for an IP rating of 67 or 68. Always check the IP rating before buying a phone, especially if you plan to use it outside a lot or near water. The screen is one of the most important parts of your phone, but it's also the most fragile. It's the part you touch, look at, and use every day. That's why checking what kind of glass is used on the screen is very important when you want a durable phone. A strong screen means it's less likely to crack or scratch when you drop your phone or put it in your pocket with keys. Many phones use special glass that is treated to be tougher and more scratch-resistant. Some of the best and strongest glasses are called Gorilla Glass Victus, Gorilla Glass Victus 2, and Ceramic Shield. These are types of glass made by companies that add chemicals and special processes to make the glass stronger and more likely to survive drops and bumps. Apple's latest phones, like the iPhone 15 series, use Ceramic Shield, which is very tough and protects the screen better than regular glass. Samsung's Galaxy S24 Ultra uses Gorilla Glass Victus 2 on the front and back, which is also very strong. Google's Pixel 8 Pro uses Gorilla Glass Victus, giving it solid protection from scratches and cracks. Some phones are built to be extra tough, called rugged phones. For example, the Ulefone Power Armor 19 comes with thick Gorilla Glass Victus 2 and has additional protection on the edges and frame, making it great for people who work outside or want a phone that can handle rough use. To make your screen even safer, you can also add a screen protector. These are thin layers that stick on top of your screen and can protect from scratches and small drops. They're cheap and easy to replace if they get damaged. In short, the type of glass your phone has on the screen can make a big difference in how long it lasts and how well it stands up to everyday accidents. Always check what glass your phone uses and consider adding a screen protector for extra peace of mind. Another important factor that shows how strong a phone really is involves bend tests. Bend resistance is important because phones sometimes get pressure while in your pocket or bag, and if the frame isn't strong, they might bend or break. The best way to find out if a phone can handle bending is to look at bend test videos and expert reviews. Reviewers test phones by applying pressure to see if the phone will flex, bend, or even crack. Phones with metal frames, like aluminum or titanium, tend to resist bending much better. For example, the iPhone 15 Pro Max, Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra, Google Pixel 8 Pro, and OnePlus Nord 3 all pass bend tests with very little flex or damage. On the other hand, some phones fail bend tests or bend easily. Phones like the Nothing Phone 1 or Xiaomi Mix Fold 2 have been shown to bend more under pressure, which can cause damage over time. This is something to keep in mind if you often carry your phone in a tight pocket or use it actively throughout the day. So, if you want a phone that won't warp or break from everyday pressure, make sure you check how it performs in bend tests before buying. This extra step can save you from buying a fragile phone that might not last. Alright, that's a wrap on everything you need to know to choose a phone that won't quit on you after a few drops or a little rain. If you learned something new today, smash that like button and drop a comment with your toughest phone story. We love hearing from you. And hey, if you want more no-nonsense tech advice that actually helps, don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.